So in my story book talk, or in my book talk, the title of my book is Change Up by John Feinstein, and the genre of my book is fiction. My book is about a boy and this girl. So the boy name was Stevie and the girl's name was Susan, and they traveled to all the big games around like the world, like the World Series, Super Bowl, and the finals, like the NBA finals. And then right now, but they're in the World Series in the book. So after the Nationals win the game, they're going to the World Series. So Stevie goes into the Nationals dugout to interview somebody, but there's no chance. But he can't because they're all celebrating because they made it to the World Series. But he runs into this guy, a pitcher, Doyle, and he didn't make the playoff roster, but the Nationals let him travel with the team and stay with them and all that. He learns from Doyle that he has 2 kids and his wife died in a car accident by a drunk driver before he got into the majors, like while he was in the minors league. But Stevie thought that he was leaving some stuff out of the story. So what Stevie did, he went back to Lynchburg to find like the report from the car accident. And what he read was that Doyle told Stevie, he said there was a drunk driver killed his wife. So that meant like there was 2 cars in the accident, but what he figured out was there was only a 1-car accident. And he figured out that his wife was driving while Doyle was in the car during the accident. So Doyle was driving, but the police pulled him over because he was being sloppy, and the officer didn't make him take like a test, because if he would have taken a test on, then he would have got suspended in his minor league team, or he would have got kicked off the team, and he wouldn't even had a chance to make it to the majors, the major league. So he didn't want to. So he let him loose, and he just said, "Let your wife take you guys home." But she never drove like while drunk, and she ended up causing the accident, and that's what killed her. And then the connection I made with the book was really good because I love baseball, and it's in the World Series where he gets to meet all the players and goes in the dugout, and I just really like the book. And then so after they figure out that Doyle lied to Stevie about what happened, Stevie and Susan wanted to write a story after the World Series about what really happened, because Doyle ended up making the playoff roster, so he pitched Game 2 of the World Series, and then he ended up pitching Game 7. So they asked, like, if we make this story, then they made a deal with him. So, like, we won't make the story if you don't let anyone make a movie about it, because he's been lying about the whole thing forever. So they said if you don't make a movie about what happened, then they wouldn't make a story about it. So he ended up agreeing to not letting the story happen. So now they didn't even make it at all, and they ended up winning Game 7. And he was a really good baseball player. And that is the end of my book talk for Change Up.